You can see me everywhere. My name is like Cheers. I mean, you know, I'm everywhere.
I mean, so Hyphy is like helping us in a ton of different ways, like with our work in Minneapolis.
Okay.
So yeah, it's just an opportunity to come out and meet the people we're working with, see the
So
stuff.
you're doing projects with Hyphy
Yeah,
and
I'm doing the air monitoring in Minneapolis, like
right.
Out the air, like in the trainings.
Okay. And I've been doing air quality monitoring since 2008 with Intel. But we have done substantive small projects with STI and Washington State University. So we've been doing, we've been the prototype.
She's been a mentor to me. I left and came to work for Miss Margaret in October 23 officially as an assistant. But I had the opportunity to travel with her, follow in her footsteps.
We're going into the Port of Oakland. It's about the 10th or the 12th largest container port in the United States. This is, see trucks lining up here. They're on the average anywhere from 22,000 to 44,000 truck trips a day. It may be more than that now since the last data that I have. Between the hours of 12 and 1, ILWU workers go on lunch break, but the truck drivers do not get that break.
Are they idling?
They're not supposed to be idling, but by state rule. But also there is no enforcement during this hour. There's nobody. There's not an enforcement officer from the port, the state, or nobody checking to see if they're not turning on their engine. I've been dealing with the port for almost 26 years, from helping the truck drivers get upgraded trucks, supporting a truck route, which after the 1989 earthquake, the freeway collapsed. Okay, as we go over this ramp here, if you look over this way, you'll see a pile of stuff that's being dismissed from the metal shredder company. The metal shredder company, and August the 9th, 2023, caught on fire. And it took 5 days to get the smell out the neighborhood. And there was no warning signal or police telling shelter in place with this big fire. So the major exposure business is the Port of Oakland and the trucks, because they're the next closest thing to where people live, work, play, and pray. Parts of West Oakland was not incorporated into the city of Oakland. This was unincorporated. This was considered unincorporated, but the largest population that lived here at the time was African Americans, Latinos. So they got the land for whatever building is here real cheap. This was the manufacturing community for manufacturing jobs here in West Oakland, for Northern California at one time. There was like the mechanics shop, woodwork shops, furniture companies, all in one area here. And I want you to see the proximity of where people living at and where is these businesses. Okay, we also have a cement company right up next to where people live. This is the Central Cement Company. 2 blocks over, people live in this area. Then you're going to see on both sides of the street we up here, this is the Cast Alloy Smelting Company. And where they crush up cars and other metals for recycling. So I want you to see how close this industry is close to the new housing right here. Over here to your right, there's new housing right there. It goes, yeah.
It's to your right.
You're gonna make a left up here. You go make a left up here. You're gonna see another building. These are new buildings right here. that far from where Cass is. Make a left turn there.
Is it affordable housing or market rate?
No, market rate.
Market rate?
Wait a minute. We have houses worth $2 million.
We've passed some of those houses when we
Victoria.
initially started going. When we
But
initially
these
started
over
out,
here are the
we were
gentrifiers
putting
that
out
just
some
moved
others,
in here.
Okay, and so they're worth a lot of money.
Some of these places are 500,000, 600,000, 700,000.
Look at what they're up against,
Yeah,
right?
it's pretty similar actually to things get pretty bad like in Minneapolis. So like this house right here, like how much do you think this house is worth?
That's like $700,000, $800,000, $900,000.
So Zillow.com.
You will see the interconnected freeway right here. There's two freeways. There's like 880 and 580 come together.
So yeah, the neighborhood's fully encircled by freeways.
You're gonna see a lot of litter, and because we don't have the poorest garbage pickup in all the Bay Area. This used to be the homeless encampment, one of the biggest ones.
CWS is
California Waste Solution. They have 3 sites in this area: 2 paper and 1 they do compost and garbage. Once we get out the residential area, less than a block, 2, 3, 4 blocks, you got people living here.
Yeah, so this is a community that was built for homeless.
You call this the Wood Street encampment.
It look like it's empty now, though.
Yeah, it doesn't look like.
Well, it's still coming together under the county money to put in sanctuary cities. So look, these units right now are like $700,000 or more.
How do they determine affordable housing here?
And affordable housing is like 60% of your average average medium income.
Well, that's gotta be
Your
good.
AMI.
That's actually pretty high. Yeah, that's
But you got to make at least 40. You got to make at least 125,000 two working families to be able to stay to be comfortable in the Bay Area.
We're gonna drive by the frontage road right here in a second. But this intersection right here that we're dipping under is actually below sea level, and this is one of the main exits for the community to leave the neighborhood. So it actually floods right here, and so we're actually working. Miss Margaret helped us get the grant, but we're working to come up with streetscape design alternatives for this road we're driving up right here, which is going to include narrowing the road significantly, so doing what they call like a road diet, and then looking at doing planting and other interventions in here, because this is essentially like a buffer between the community and the rail and the port. And especially when Miss Margaret told them 20 years ago, don't build housing here, now the people that live in it are like upset that there's pollution. Now they're like upset that there's pollution next to their house. So it's a really complex.
Sometimes I feel like it's actually a good thing to like, oh yeah, I'm glad you guys are here to help us.
Right.
We'll show you guys renderings, but we're working with Bill, which is where we're about to stop, on this property right here. Bill was the first person to actually go to the city and say, like, I have trucks and I don't have anywhere to park them. And he's like, can I get an acre of land somewhere to park my trucks for my trucking team? And they were like, no, but we'll give you 30 acres if you also help us deal with all the other truckers. And so we'll show you guys renderings, but we're actually working with Bill. Right now, this is kind of an interim site. He's running it all out of shipping containers, but he's raising money and going to build like a fueling station here and an actual like space for the truckers.
I'm gonna straighten out.
Okay.
Food hall, maintenance facility to get oil changes and things like that.
What happened was when they did all this right in here was part of the Army base.
and it actually has hot water. So inform people that it's hot water because there's nothing here. You know, we're human.
We've actually had to fight to try to keep some of it in the control of like smaller businesses
Right.
like Bill's. Because Bill, you know, he's a business owner, but small local business. And a lot of the opportunities here were going to giant warehousing companies.
And who was trying to steal his project was the Port of Oakland
Yeah.
and the
They're
city
the
of
most powerful entity.
yeah.
Yeah, I figured.
And they're kind of pseudo-governmental, so
Yeah.
they're able to fly under the radar.
They are a charter member of the city of Oakland.
The drivers want to go home, so they live all around the bay. And so that's the majority of our drivers. Yes, we do have drivers that come in from Sacramento, Stockton, Lodi, Fresno, even Reno. But the majority is here locally. So understanding that we're all community, residential and business community. Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's why we have to break the barriers and just go across and communicate.
Change it.